We're going to look at copying and cutting of calculations, formulae, functions, that kind of thing. Now, when you have a calculation, so I've got one here, an average. Now this one, if I want it to go down, I could click and I could create the calculation again and again. But what if I had 10,000 rows or even 50 rows? Would I want to have to create 50 calculations? No. So I want to copy it. So when I copy it, I'm just going to use the copy buttons to copy, and I'm going to just put it in one to start with. If I click on it, you can see that in the formula bar, it's no longer the original B4 to G4. And to make life easier, let me just show all calculations. Now, I used the control and the button usually just in front of the 1. It has a squiggly line. It has the pipe button, 2 straight lines, and that toggles showing and hiding calculations. So let's scroll across a little bit, and I can then see I've started with B4 to G4, and when I copied it down, it went to B5, G5. So it copies relative to the way to where I put it. So it moved all the references down. So if I do that again, I'm just going to copy and then paste. You can see it's moved it again. And if I select the other rows and just paste, it does it for all of them. I could copy and I could take this B5, G5, move it way down to row 14, paste it, and it changes it to row 14. I could move it out 1 or 2 and paste. And it's moved the cells not to B but to D because I moved over 2 columns to the left, to the right, and so it moved from B to D. So it moved my range relative, so not only down but across. So that can be a very handy thing. Let me just delete these and let's look at cutting. So if I just cut this, I'm just going to use my cut button and click and put it down here and paste. When I cut and paste, the references stay exactly the same. So when I copy and paste, they move relative, but when I cut and paste, they stay exactly as is. There is an exception to that. Let me just undo. The exception is if I take the whole reference, okay, so I've got the whole reference and the calculation, and I'm going to cut all of that. And I move down to, I don't know, row 20, and I'll make it similar range. So, oops, row 20, there we go, and I paste. The calculations have updated because I'm not only taking my references, but I take the calculations. So calculations and references, cutting them will move everything. Calculations alone will just move the calculation, but not the references. Great, thank you.